episode 3 twice of Moon Knight.
Whoa.
What's the update on those videos?
So I got my first video recorded, but because I take so long editing, because I hate my filler words that I use.
You don't have to chop them all out.
I chop them all out, and it takes me about 3 hours to edit. So
I don't even.
My first episode is edited.
I don't even cut them out at this point. I just if there's a period of 5 or more seconds even, then I cut it out. Otherwise, I just leave it. It's not worth it.
But when you're sitting there going,
that's why you practice it in the mirror.
Every 5 seconds.
Oh yeah, I get it. Yeah.
You practice it in the mirror 60 times before.
Yeah, I'll probably end up saying a lot of times, maybe in the first 2 episodes of the Kenobi season when it comes out. So yeah.
It's just hard because you're trying to think of something, so you automatically put a word in there, and that word is and when you say 25 times in a sentence.
Hello and welcome to the Irresponsible Comic Book Podcast.
Yeah, I get you. Fuck it.
Send it.
What an interesting intro. Editing is hard. Hello and welcome to the podcast. My name's Evan. I'm the producer. I'm here with Wildcard William and our resident expert Dylan. We're here to talk to you about a couple things going on with comic books this week, like we always do.
They're overrated.
Every week. That's not what I got out of this.
Also,
overrated.
We're sponsored by Mr. Beast, if you didn't know.
We are sponsored. Thank you, snap. Mr. Beast and Mr. Beast Burger, and what's the name of his candies? His chocolate shop.
I don't know.
Probably just
Willy Wonka?
Mr. Beast chocolates. Thanks, Mr. Beast. We love you.
The really question is, who the F is that guy?
What?
I'm kidding.
Sorry, Jimmy. We can't control this one. Anyways, we're here to talk about a couple different things. We've got some...
You are.
Not casting news yet, but an announcement for another new series from the DC side of things. We have got some unfortunate, but also not terrible news coming out from DC. Again, it's just... You never know what you're going to get from them. And then lastly, we're going to talk a little bit about the Multiverse of Madness and what's really going on with the villain sitch. So yeah, we're going to start with put a raincoat on because you're in the splash zone.
Oh no.
Sorry,
Are we going to SeaWorld?
Yeah.
Are we
we're going to go visit
saving some monsters?
Shamu.
Not monsters. Shamus?
Yeah, we're saving Shamu. No, actually, it's...
Isn't he dead?
Shamu, I think, is... But their other ones are not.
It's a new Shamu.
Yeah.
Is it variant of Shamu?
Shamu variant?
No.
I'm just saying.
They just replaced him with another animal.
They just named him a different name.
God, is it a variant? I can't believe you just said that. That's so,
folks, it could be. It could be.
So messed up. They went to another universe just to snag another actual Shamu. Got to keep the brand consistent. Gosh.
They might as well, bro, because you never know. You never know.
Yeah, no. Okay. Man,
could that be Aqualad's first episode, though? Him breaking in and doing The Boys sequence where he steals the dolphin without the dolphin flying through the window.
I love how we didn't... Anyways, we're talking about how Aqualad is getting a series on HBO Max. It's just been recently announced. That's not a bad idea for a first episode, though. I like that idea. I mean, that fits the bill. It totally works. Yeah, no. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that could be the intro to the show. It probably wouldn't be the full first episode, but I can see him doing something some secret op like that as the opening scene to set the tone or something. But anyways, so yeah, they just announced that this week, a couple days ago even. I was initially super excited because I've been watching Young Justice and doing videos for the channel. And I was like, wow, we're finally getting a live-action Calder, even though Aqualad hasn't really been around that long. I think his character was originally written in 2003. It's the first time he ever showed up. But they're going to do...
part of it is because he's super popular, isn't he?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
In Young Justice, he's like one of the top tier characters. Like he's super interesting. His powers and skill set is pretty incredible. I like him a lot. The problem is it's not Calderon from Young Justice. It's another version of Aqualad, who's ironically very, very similar, Jackson Hyde.
Okay.
So they're almost the same, except for their like actual origin story and where they come from. So Jackson Hyde is almost in the same way that like Arthur Curry was from the surface world, lived with his father at the lighthouse, and then found out he was an Atlantean. I think it's the same sort of process where Jackson Hyde was he was living on the surface world, lived his whole life having no idea, but was connected to the ocean and had this crazy love for the ocean. All of a sudden finds out he has Atlantean heritage and magic powers, and then becomes the Aqualad in the same way that Arthur Curry's sort of story lines up. Calderon is like a bit different. His family was like his father like worked for Black Manta, was like super against Atlantis and against King Orin, and then ultimately Calder was like turned off by Black Manta himself, who was his like biological father. It's pretty interesting. So Black Manta is his like biological dad. This other guy like took him in when Black Manta's like, I don't want this kid, and like raised him up, but like worked for Black Manta still, so he's still like got shady beliefs. And then Calderon like grew up going, this isn't the life for me, joins the the Young Justice team, and yeah, that's that. And ultimately,
so was Calderon created just for the Young Justice?
I don't believe so.
No, not really.
Character already.
Because the backstories are like almost identical.
I know exactly.
Because like I'm reading like Jackson Hyde's like backstory, and like the Black Manta is his father.
Yeah.
Like.
Let's just say the Black Manta gets around, okay? Yeah, they're very similar backstories. They're supposed to be almost, they're both Aqualad. They're almost the same character iteration, just slightly changed. Like think Wally West, Barry Allen, same sort of way they got powers. They're pretty intertwined character-wise. Wally West, Iris West, Barry Allen. They're the whole situation.
Yeah, they're all
there,
pretty similar. Yeah,
they're all intertwined in some sort of way, shape, or form. Sometimes they show up together, sometimes they don't. I don't know if the two of them have ever shown up in the same universe or in the same story, but I think Aqualad has only really been a character since 2003, from what I've seen. I haven't seen anything sooner than that.
Calderon was originally first published in a comic called The Brightest Day #4 on August 2010.
2010.
Was first introduced in the Young Justice.
That was in 2013. 2012.
Called Independence Day, November 26, 2010.
Oh, really? Dang, that was...
I do have a bit of a different... Aqualad's
it might be like... I think that's the comic run.
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, gotcha.
I gotta say, the first Aqualad, which was Garth, debuted in February 1960 in Adventure Comics number 269.
I guess Garth is...
But it was indeed the TV series.
Ooh.
Yeah. But Jackson Hyde's Brightest Day #4 was debuted in August 2010. Pretty much.
Interesting.
Those were his first appearance.
Well, that was Calderon's.
Calderon's. Yeah, Calderon's was So Calderon debuted in 2010, was 2010, and
Jackson Hyde's first was the DCEU Rebirth #1, July 2016.
Rebirth. Interesting.
Yeah, Rebirth.
So yeah,
that's the first episode or first thing after issue. They stopped the New 52.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's interesting. Oh, okay. So he's obviously the newer one. He's the guy they want to go with, and I think it's cool if they, even if they have.
Kind of controversial. Do you think they did it because he is openly gay?
No. I think that he's just super popular in the show.
If I might say,
well, just between the two though, like, do you think they chose him because he's openly gay, or is it because he has a more interesting story?
No, Calder's also gay.
Yeah,
at least
they think he is. He might be bi.
DC doesn't care about whether you're gay or not. Yeah, they go with the love story no matter what.
He's like, oh shoot, I just got exposed. Yeah, no, they released that information in like season 3, at some point for Calder.
I did not know that Calder was so.
Yeah,
he was.
This is why you gotta watch Young Justice.
So they're essentially they're really the exact same person.
Same. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. They're literally practically the same, just different names and slightly different origins. So, but all, nearly identical.
I mean, we all know in the Young Justice series, if you're watching the videos for Evan, Aqualad has a boyfriend, the young man's named Wide, right?
Wind or something like that.
Wind, Wide Wind. Yeah.
Windee. I think is how you spell it.
They say that Calderon as bisexual, supposedly.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was gay or bi, but yeah, that makes sense.
He's bi. He's bisexual.
But his character is like super strong. Is like the move set, power set on him is dope. Like he becomes Aquaman in Young Justice. I don't know if that's a bit of spoilers, but he becomes the Aquaman, and it only makes sense that like they finally like give him a show, because like he's just like such a strong, powerful character. I'm actually really excited to see who they ultimately cast as Aqualad for the show, because it's probably going to be somebody good.
So I could see it going either way, where it's like somebody that we already know for that role,
or somebody brand new,
or somebody completely brand new that they're trying to build a career out of. And I like, knowing DC, they usually try to go with like the younger, like when they do younger people, it's people that like haven't had a career yet. So
yep. People that are new to the scene.
Which is perfect.
I like think about like Ray Fisher as Cyborg when you mentioned that. Like, somebody who nobody really knew who they were, and they killed it. So I hope they do something again like that. I mean, if it's somebody that's, prominent and we know, I'm not opposed to that either, but anything like that is always good to see somebody.
Well, what is it? So what's the school that the guy who played Finn came out of?
Oh, it's like a school over in the UK. I don't remember what it's called.
But he was in a like performing arts school.
Wasn't he there with a couple other notable individuals?
There was quite a few notable individuals there, but he got his shot really because Simon Pegg did the movie Attack the Block.
Gotcha.
And that was like his first main role,
major film.
Well, I think it was like his first real role in particular, anyways.
That makes sense.
So, like, England has a really big, African American, not African American because they're England,
they're British,
but
or
like
English,
British, community.
Yep, they do.
So, there's a chance that. Why won't they tell me what this actor's name is?
And then, did you guys happen to see who's directing it?
You said it was Charlize Theron, right?
Yeah.
And now, just a quick reminder, who is this person? If someone...
Let me read a brief description just off her biography here. So she's a South African and American actress and producer. One of the world's highest paid actresses. She's got an Academy Award, Screen Actors Guild Award, Golden Globe, and in 2016, Time named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world because of her films and filmmaking.
Influential, yeah. Okay.
She's
good on this stuff, but the whole influential thing, it's whatever.
She's got.
I know a lot of people presume that they're all influential and all that stuff, but
she's.
I get you.
She's in Mad Max.
Okay.
And she's doing, the new Mad Max movie. She's in Fast and Furious 10 that's coming out here soon.
Speaking of Fast
She
10,
was in other ones too, I thought.
Yeah, I think she was. I don't remember. I had never watched the Fast and Furious movies, so I'm not super familiar with them.
And don't worry, just watch after when they go.
Okay, when you said she was African American, I was like, no, she's not. She's South American. South
African. That's what I said.
American.
South
it sounded like you said African American. I was like, no, Charlize Theron is white.
Sorry, I thought I enunciated it well enough. South African and American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, she was in that one TV or movie Bombshell, or what is it? It was like the female version of Bond.
Yep.
Atomic Blonde. That's the one. She's a really good actress, so you could imagine her potentially being able to direct people well.
Yeah, I agree.
As long as she can articulate what she's trying to get across.
Yeah. I just wondered if you guys had any insight to, especially like with the Fast movies. I don't know much about them, or if I literally have barely watched any of them. I've watched like the first two, and then number 7 or whatever, when Paul Walker.
So she was in Fate of the Furious. She was the her character's name is Cypher.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
She was like the person that was like telling Dom what to do, like when Dom went bad.
Okay. So yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know. Yep.
She's also in Fast 9 as the same character.
Yeah. That was the latest
I guess if they're making Fast 10, then I guess she would be in that as well, like you said.
They are making Fast 10. They're involving now Brie Larson in the Fast 10 series. Larson.
That's an interesting choice for that universe.
Yeah, it is. Vin Diesel did his thing, like I think on IG, or he posted some like a video with them saying, Bree's now part of the family. So now everyone's making a joke about her, saying, "Oh, she's gonna become now, Dom's long lost sister or whatever bullshit."
It's probably gonna be Dom's daughter.
Oh gosh.
Nah. Dom has a well, it could be like a stepdaughter, or like not stepdaughter, but like a biological daughter. Maybe something like that.
Or an accident.
Probably.
Dom, you can't just call everybody family.
In the last Fast 9 movie, they made John Cena's character, his brother, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Well, apparently, Fast 10 is gonna also have Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah, that's right, dude. What the hell? I don't know anything about those movies. I just I
haven't watched one. I think since the. So which one did Paul Walker exit out of? That was number 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen number 7.
No, I think 7 was Fast 7.
Yeah, the one where he leaves or whatever, his last one.
Yeah, Paul Walker's.
Anyways,
but this movie is also gonna have Han, who is dead. Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris. It's gonna have all the. So it's like a prequel? Because Han is dead.
Well, supposedly he kind of faked his death.
Spoilers, bro.
They explained it. They explained it in the Fast 9 movie.
Wait, so Han's not dead?
Faked his death?
The car, his Availside 7, RX-7 that got flipped upside down and rammed by freaking, what's his face? That got blown up. Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Got blown up. No time for him to exit the vehicle at all.
He just faked his death, bro.
It's not dead.
Yeah, it's not dead. Nope.
That sounds so goofy, and I don't even know what's happening.
Oh, trust me. Watch Fast 9, and he'll explain everything.
Okay. Anyways, let's get back on topic a little bit. Back to.
But Fast 9, they take a charger and throw it in space.
Yes. Listen. All I'm gonna say is that it's no longer about the racing, no about the street car now. It's all about action pack and defy gravity stuff.
And driving a charger in space.
Yes. Pretty much.
Musk can do it with a Tesla. We can do it with a charger. Dang it.
Exactly.
Oh god.
Anyways,
I'm out of my depth here. Anyways,
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron is directing it.
She's a lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also uncertain whether or not this will be connected to the DCEU, like the rest of the films that they're doing in that universe.
I believe it will be.
And I would only assume so, especially if they're doing the Jackson Hyde, and he's going to be having the same similar sort of backstory to Arthur Curry. They're probably going to connect those two pretty quickly. And so I would assume that they'll be in touch, or that, you know, Jason Momoa will be involved in this film or in this TV series. And
because we have a...
Maybe for a second. I mean, we had Jason Momoa show up for a 2-second cameo
in Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
So,
spoilers.
Nah, they know. If you've seen this, if you haven't watched Peacemaker, that's on you. That's on you.
Yeah. What are you waiting
Your
for?
fault.
What are you waiting for? For the record, Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom comes out on 2023. So
it's like right towards the beginning, right?
March 17, 2023.
Nice.
That's what they say here.
Nice. St. Patrick's Day. Anyways,
March 17th. Yep.
Yeah, that's I think that's all we got for that. I'm pretty excited for the show. Hopefully it goes well. I'm excited for casting news. I'll be watching out for it. We'll update you whenever we do have something. However, we do have some other stuff on DC. Ezra Miller, Mishap. He has gotten himself into some trouble lately.
Real.
This is, ironically, all the charges are dropped, so I should say that out the gate. All the charges that have been ever put on him have been dropped, so there's no actual legal trouble at the moment. However, he's kind of in hot water socially and with Warner Brothers still. So they have recently delayed the Flash movie and all of their movies even further. Not because of this incident, they were just doing that in general. But then we also got news like 2 days ago that they were going to, it seemed at least, that they were going to cancel the comic book that was the prequel to the Flash movie, everything you needed to know before going into the movie sort of thing. And it looked like they were just going to cancel it, which for a second made me wonder if we were just going to get that movie cut completely and we were never going to see it. But luckily, the writer has come out and he said, hey, just kidding, we're fine. We're actually just delaying the comic. You guys can still read it, but we're delaying it so that it's closer to the release of the movie. I guess we should talk a little bit about Ezra's situation. Does anybody want to describe that, if they remember it off the top of their heads?
Didn't he just basically get into like an argument with like people like eating food or something?
Yes, that's pretty close.
And he like started heckling them. Over something. I can't remember what it is. That was like the most recent one, and then like he's had a couple other ones past that.
Yeah, it was this most recent one was at a karaoke bar. So he did heckle some lady singing. And
they're also saying that apparently he choked a woman.
Yeah, he tried to take the microphone from her and choked her out. I don't know why I'm laughing at this. I think it's ironic that the prior stuff that he got in trouble for was for choking a fan, but apparently she asked for it. I just think this is ridiculous behavior, so I can't do anything but laugh, I guess. It's not that funny actually, but
you're pulling an Eren Yeager is what you're doing.
Yeah,
that's an anime joke for anybody that, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but it's kind of embarrassing that this has happened multiple times to him, where he's choking random individuals out in public for who knows what reason. I don't get it. I don't know if that's just something he's into.
I don't know, but they said that he's been like mentally unstable per se. You know, like he's been having quote unquote mental problems supposedly. So I don't know what the hell's going on with him.
Yeah.
So, you know what would make this really interesting?
He's actually moving at the speed of light, and he's experienced everything so fast. He just gets so annoyed so quickly.
Like Ezra Miller, right? He's a kind of a interesting guy. Yeah. He has a doppelganger that's already in movies.
Are we talking about?
We're talking about Barry Cohen.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Or Cohan. So like Barry Cogan and like Ezra Miller look very similar as far as like facial features.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just looked to see like what he was going to be in, and it's not going to work. But like, imagine if they were just bring him in and it was like, hey, you're gonna be Ezra Miller now.
You're a new Flash, kid.
Don't do
the reason why
stuff.
It's not gonna work is because he's gonna be playing the Joker already.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Gonna be playing the Joker, but like, if he wasn't already the Joker, that would have been something that I would have thought to do as a Warner Brothers executive.
You know, it'd be even better is if he wasn't actually the Joker and he was the trickster, who's more of a fucking Flash villain, and they put them against each other.
Yeah,
I would love to see that. I don't think that's the case, trickster. But
no, that'd be pretty funny though.
Yeah,
just like, I'm the trickster, but I'm actually the Flash.
Haha, I'm fighting myself as a just to make it super weird.
Yeah,
I do hope Ezra Miller gets his shit together and finally works it out.
Yeah, no.
So were the charges dropped after a settlement, or were the charges just dropped?
I actually didn't read into the article. I just saw that there were multiple saying that the couple had dismissed the charges.
Yeah, they're saying that charges were dropped.
Maybe there was a settlement behind the scenes then.
Yeah, that's usually what happens is they go to like an alternate, like sort of civil court where you just sit down together and come up with a solution with a
Ezra Miller was like, I'll give you $2 million to make this go away.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
And
here, I'll give you 1.5 million each because I'm a millionaire because I don't care. Here you go.
That is usually,
this is Warner Brothers money.
That's usually how this goes. Yeah.
I mean, they could, but I'm sure that he's got to take off his own money. I mean.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's definitely his. It's out of his own pocket. Warner Brothers is not going to pay for something like that where it's his fault, So, I mean, they paid him for movies, but they've said that they're going to halt any other movies featuring him in the future. So, not that we're going to get a Flash 2 anytime soon, since we haven't got the first one in 4 years, but if there were ever to be one, it's going to be even slower than this one, which is sad. Embarrassing. I
am also reading here on the Flash movie. It says here it's going to be 2023 as well, on June 23rd.
Yeah, they push it back further than everything else, which doesn't make sense.
But it's fine.
At least at the moment, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah,
could be December.
So far we only had like one trailer so far, if I remember correctly, right? From this.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
just that one that we got.
We have a trailer from the Flash.
Yeah. It was like a teaser.
Yeah, they did it during DC's Comic-Con, I believe.
Yeah, they did it at DC Fandom.
Yep, correct. There you go.
Yeah, they showed like. I don't think they actually showed Michael Keaton, but you heard his voice in the trailer. You saw his like Batcave or something from his stuff.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Barry in his cave with the big old lightning suit thing. Yeah.
That's the one. That's the only one we got so far after all that.
How do you feel about that suit, by the way? It almost looks like
It's his original suit from the original Batman movies that he did.
Oh no, sorry. I meant like Ezra's Flash suit. It looks like his like new 52 sort of version.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that.
I think a lot of people dislike it for some reason. I think it's hard when you.
Fine.
I think it's hard to please certain people that have watched the Flash TV show and love Grant Gustin and love like some of the suits they've done there to like have this completely new version. Like I remember when they released his initial suit for the Justice League, and people hated it. And I was like,
yeah,
it's a pretty dang cool suit. Like, it's a bit futuristic for a early on Flash, but like, he's a smart guy. I don't expect anything less. So,
and this one, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with the suits, along with the other ones that they might include.
I don't think so either. I think it looks pretty dope. It looks almost like a replica of what his New 52 comic suit looks like. So
yeah, I have no problem with it. So I'm perfectly fine with it.
Nice. What about you?
I think it's fine. I mean, I think it looked like the suit from Batman, Superman, or whatever, or I guess
Justice League
movie. Like that one looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it too.
Again, like you said, it was kind of futuristic for a kid that doesn't necessarily know what he's doing. But I mean,
place of residence. He lives in a
warehouse,
abandoned storage or train warehouse or something like that. Yeah.
But then again, like,
he's a smart guy.
Have they announced that? Like, have they said like that he was supposed to be portrayed with like a little bit of autism?
I don't know actually.
Because
that'd be interesting.
I always get the sense of this Flash has some form of autism.
The playing with the dog scene.
Well, just in general, like he's like kind of socially awkward. Like,
yeah.
Well, he's always been socially awkward. This like, Flash was.
But it's like an exaggerated socially awkwardness.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I have a friend that actually has a brother that is pretty like highly functioning autistic. Mm-hmm. And he's like, when I was watching that movie, like I could not stop thinking about my brother. Like all the mannerisms that he does, like everything that like the Flash did, like reminded me of my brother. And so like if that's the case, like I wouldn't be surprised if this Flash, like the reason why he was able to get all that high-tech equipment and stuff is because he just jacked it.
Yeah, just stole it.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
I think that's almost certain.
I don't see the autistic or autism or however you want to say. I don't see that, at least personally. But if he does, then okay.
I get the like.
Add that to the case.
I like think about like the organization of his like little room there and how it's all set up and creative and displaying screens and stuff, and I go, and it's probably all stolen, like regardless of the autism, but like how it's all set up and how he's like.
Or I mean, he could have potentially dumpster dived and like got it and fixed it, but like
true.
Or there happened to be a truck that was just open.
He didn't purchase it, that's for sure.
So
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, regardless. We'll see what happens with Ezra. Hopefully, like you said earlier, Nightwolf, that he gets his shit together, and we get to see good Flash content in the future, and hopefully the movie doesn't get delayed anymore.
Hopefully not, but
we're gonna come back next week.
It'll get delayed again another year. So sorry, it's been delayed again. Ezra Miller robbed the bank again. Yeah, we can't stop him.
Oh no. He's a like real life villain, but in the movie,
he's like I've been trying to be cast as a Reverse Flash this whole time.
I'm actually the Reverse Flash.
I'm not. They could just flip it around, make it easy on him. That's easy branding.
I mean, that could be a thing that they could end up doing is like bring in a second Flash, and then just end up making Barry Allen the Reverse Flash.
Oh, dude, that'd be wicked. I'd love it. I'd be in for it. I don't.
Peace.
Hopefully, they just make sure he gets his shit together first, though. Yeah. That's the hope.
How old is Ezra Miller?
Hold on a second.
Too old to be pulling this shit.
Ezra Miller.
It's not funny, but it is.
He's 29 years old.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, he's old enough to have his act together.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from New Jersey too.
Oh, that's why.
That represent. We don't.
You crazy mother. Anyways,
like, I know he was like mid-20s, but like if he was like 26, then like you can kind of like give him a little bit of a pass because, they say that the adult male brain doesn't get fully formed until you're like 26, 27.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, he's old. Yeah. All right. Anyways, on this last little segment, we're gonna talk about how Ben Affleck has finally announced he's coming back to play Batman.
Oh my god. Nice.
Just kidding. That's a misdirection. We're in the multiverse of misdirections right now.
Oh no.
I got you guys good, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Did I actually get you guys?
No.
Oh, damn it.
No.
Dang it. Did I get you guys? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, we're going to talk about the most recent statement Marvel has released. It's the actual official description of the Multiverse of Madness that they dropped just this morning or very late last night. And actually, there was one of you guys want to read it?
Can. To restore a world where everything is changing, Strange seeks help with his ally Wong, the Sorcerer Supreme, and the Avengers' most powerful Scarlet Witch, Wanda. but a terrible threat looms over humanity and the entire universe that can no longer be done by their power alone. Even more surprising, the greatest threat to the universe looks exactly like Doctor Strange.
That's pretty good. Do you want to read the one right above that too? It's not, I don't know if it's directly tied to the film, but it's an overall arching statement about Doctor Strange.
Marvel has offered a brief description of the upcoming blockbuster. Now that Iron Man and Captain America have left... I should have read this one first.
No, that's okay.
Now that Iron Man and Captain America have left after a fierce battle in the Avengers Endgame, former genius surgeon and the strongest magician of all, Doctor Strange is expected to play an active role as a central figure in the Avengers. However, using his magic to manipulate time and space at will with a forbidden spell that is considered the most dangerous has opened the door to mysterious madness called the Multiverse.
It's the ending of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Or is it? Just kidding. That's not what we're talking about. I actually don't
we're
think
talking about
is.
the full moon party at Taj Mahal.
Yep, that too. That too.
That one. See, the thing is why... I guess if we want to talk about this like briefly before going on to more specifically the misdirection part, is that they're trying to make us think that a variant of Strange is going to be the main villain when we've seen that Wanda in the trailers is going to have some sort of antagonistic role.
Yeah.
So we want to like gauge where we think the threat level is between the two of them, and if they start out at odds and then ultimately come together, or if it's the other way around where they start fighting this threat together and then Wanda betrays them. We'll get into all that, but ultimately let's talk about this spell, because a lot of people think that the Peter Parker, erasing Peter Parker spell is what has caused the multiversal break, or that crack open, which in a way it did a little bit. We saw that effect in Morbius as well. But I don't think that's the spell that gets him in trouble. How do you guys think about that? What do you think?
I think that is a spell. I mean, Wong even said before Wong left to go fight in the tournament in Shang-Chi. Spoilers if you haven't seen that one.
That's fair.
He pretty much said, Strange, whatever you do, don't do that spell.
Okay.
Okay. Don't unleash it. Pretty much Wong said, hey, yo, don't mess up, don't use this spell, or else you're gonna fuck shit up. Pretty much.
Did Wong leave to go do the tournament in Shang-Chi, or did that take place afterwards?
I don't think it's been confirmed either way, but that's a good guess. Is where that's probably where he went.
Wong already packed his bag to probably go fight in the tournament.
Yeah,
that's he was going pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, they're all saying that he was going on vacation, but we all know where he was going.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was going to the Eastern Temple. We knew that.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, how do you feel about the spell? Do you think that the spell at the end of No Way Home is the one that's getting him
I think
in
it was the first spell, not the second, not the one at the end of No Way Home.
No,
it was the one that originally broke it.
That originally cracked it open.
The one that he had to tie it in, because he yelled at Peter, "You made me change my spell 6 times."
Exactly.
And Peter replies, "No, 5."
No.
Which I would lead Doctor Strange to knowing how many times he manipulated his spell.
Yeah.
So he manipulated the spell 6 times, despite Peter only asking for 7 or 5 times manipulations. The last manipulation, it's been pointed out with a few different people, and I'm inclined to believe what they believe, is that the 6th manipulation was Wong saying, just leave me out of this.
Okay.
So, him making it to where whatever happened, Wong still would remember.
Where Wong wouldn't remember?
Would still remember.
Oh.
So, because he's like, I'm the Sorcerer Supreme, I need to know what's going on. So do whatever you're going to do, just leave me out of it.
Yeah. Let me know what you do.
Cast that spell, but make sure that I still remember what's going on.
And that tracks with the theory that we've heard the 2 different versions in the Spider-Man trailer and in the original the first Multiverse of Madness trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that actually. That's a pretty interesting take on it.
Yeah.
So Wong
and then there was a part where like he literally like ripped a portion out of the spell.
Yeah.
So that could be him like grabbing that portion of the spell and making sure that like the runes said Wong doesn't like is not part of this spell essentially.
Yeah.
Like he does say like when he does rip the thing off, he's like, "What's a Ned?" But like, but it could be him like making sure that it's like Wong will remember this essentially, and then like,
that's true. Oh man, I like that a lot. Okay, I like your guys' take on it. It makes me want to shift, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say my portion as well. I think it's a different spell. I mean, he's cast this many times before. Obviously, Peter messed it up, but ultimately, he's fixed it. It's come full circle. And I guess the only way for me it makes sense that, like, hey, this has actually messed everything up is if when he cast his second spell, he actually messed up the second spell as well. Because we see the sky open up and turn purple, and then we see in Morbius, we see Vulture appear in a different universe, seemingly for no reason. If he messed up that second spell, then that's the reason why he got teleported out of there, because Strange did something he shouldn't have in that spell. I just think that because it didn't have huge implications, like it didn't have world-breaking implications, that's not big enough for the Illuminati to care. Like, oh, Vulture disappeared, so what? It's not going to destroy the world.
Going off of yours, I actually have an idea. It kind of combines like the two. So like the first spell was the one that was messed up completely, right?
Yep.
The second time
that's what opened the portals.
Open the portals. The second time he cast the spell, when the rifts are actually like shown.
Yeah.
The Wanda / Doctor Strange, whoever is leading all of this, is starting like had already kind of thought like it was going to open again, because he's like, oh, something's gonna happen. You just got to be ready. So when it started happening again, he cast a spell and was only able to really get Vulture into the Spider-Man universe, the Sony Spider universe.
Yeah, gotcha.
When he was trying to potentially get other things and start flipping through dimensions, because we've heard that potentially part of this storyline is Wanda looking for her kids, and that's why
correct.
America Chavez is being tracked through multi-dimensions. So like, maybe he was trying to bring a being from this universe into his universe and got the wrong person because it just happened so fast.
Interesting.
So he was trying to collect Wanda, or Wanda was trying to collect somebody.
I could
and
see
then that
it,
happened. Or like when it all opened up, he actually did collect America Chavez from whatever dimension she was actually in.
Yeah.
But the fact that she just has a power that allows her to multi-dimensional warp anyways.
Yeah.
It doesn't
actually matter. See, I could see the spell that happens at the end of No Way Home getting him in trouble with like Wong, who like still knows because of that theory. And then Wong's pissed off at him, and that's where you get that line from the trailer, like, you can't go around and change everything how you see fit, or whatever he says in the trailer.
Yeah.
But imagine that, you know, he's feeling like down on himself. That's why he goes to visit Wanda to like talk about it and like go over it. Be like, hey.
I don't think so. I think it's quite the opposite, though. They're both having the same nightmares, as you guys saw in the trailer, saying, you know, you've been having to.
Or maybe
you're kind of forgetting about that part.
That might also drive.
He's having nightmares from other dimensions essentially.
Yeah.
But regardless, they ultimately go and meet up with each other because of those nightmares and because of these bad feelings they're getting, and then cast a spell. It's the same sort of spell to warp reality and bring her kids over, and that's the spell that breaks everything. It, breaks, then makes the Illuminati mad, and has them track down and capture Doctor Strange and take him in, but not like
I don't think so. I think I'm not trying to put you in the spot here, but I think you're kind of taking a wrong approach. Well, Wanda's the one that's looking. Wanda is looking the one to bring her kids into her world.
I think that their combined magics is what
maybe
allows them to bring the kids over or something like that.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I don't see
I got you.
help him cast that spell though.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with Dylan on this one.
Like, the only reason why he cast the spell to help out Peter in the first place is because Peter literally said, like, the same line that the Supreme One said. And Strange was like, okay, you're not doing this for yourself. You're doing this for other people because other people are hurting. Because it's bigger than you. And then that's why he decided to help Peter the first time. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, there would have to be some kind of reason like that for Doctor Strange to decide to go, okay, yeah, let's rip your children away from a Wanda that's 100% taking care of her own children just so you can have them now.
Yeah.
Like,
also, let's not forget, Wanda's go full baddie as well, yeah. It could be messed up, but, either way, they know that Wanda becomes bad because, if she does something bad, then it makes her the villain pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about that.
And if Strange does something bad, then it doesn't make him the villain at all. That's not fair.
Exactly.
That's what say on the trailer.
That could be the blackmail that gets him to cast a spell. It's like, hey, this isn't fair. You're a hero, but I'm always this villain. So
I don't see one of the blackmailing people per se. But
well, if she's gonna become a villain, anything's on the table.
I know, but she's gonna do whatever she's gotta do to
she would
be with her
use,
children.
More like mind manipulation spell wise. I don't think she would. Like, she would try to manipulate him through words and spells, not like blackmail him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Exactly.
That's fair. Okay, well,
they're pretty much gonna take one to the breaking point. Pretty much. Sorry, Evan.
No, you're good. That's what we want to talk about. Is obviously Wanda is gonna hit her breaking point. She's gonna become a villain at some point in this film. Does she have like a whole redemption arc in this? When do we see her become a villain? Why? And I mean, obviously, it has to deal with her kids, but
probably till maybe till she runs into Illuminati, and maybe she, kicks all their asses. I don't know. Yeah, depending how powerful Wanda really is.
It all depends on if that leaked source that we saw was correct.
Yeah, I agree.
So it kind of feels like it's correct. Like the timelines and everything that it says, did describe the movie pretty well, and based off of the commercials, it's still kind of describing it pretty well.
Yeah. That's true.
So I think Wanda could be the villain from the very beginning.
That is true.
But she is being controlled maybe by this Doctor Strange, unless what they came out with is this last little statement.
Yeah.
Is not true at all.
See,
and
that's
they're just trying to
I think it's misdirection. I think it's misdirection. 100%.
I don't see her being controlled by anyone per se. But if it's from a different being, but not from a Strange, it can be someone else. Okay.
Hey,
but from a different variant of Strange, I doubt it.
Okay, so do you guys remember the time? One of the last times we talked about this, I think it was probably a month back.
Okay.
And I was talking about how Strange had some form of Darkhold type spell, or Darkhold type book.
Yes.
Or he at least used dark magic to send magic into the book.
Correct.
What if that Strange is the Strange that's ultimately the bad guy in this book or in this movie?
Yep.
And what he was doing is sending a spell through his Darkhold to all other Darkholds.
Ooh.
Okay.
And any other entity that is currently holding a Darkhold, he is able to connect to and manipulate.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Fair.
So when
it makes sense, yeah.
Reading the Darkhold in her astral form or just regularly, and then that beacon comes through, and it's like, oh, turn to this page. It's flashing or whatever. You turn there and mind controlled.
And what if the villain and Shang-Chi, because we know that that villain, the Soul Eater, Soul Sucker, whatever it's called.
Yeah, soul something. I know what you're talking about.
So it used manipulation techniques to, drive whatever people insane.
Yeah.
Like what if that creature was originally from the Darkhold?
Oh, that's not
the only reason why like this is starting to happen now is because that Strange is trying to get into other dimensions. So he was controlling that creature.
Destroyed his. Because he destroyed his, or because he wants to. I could see it paralleling the same What If storyline, where like he's destroyed his universe because of things, but now he's trying to repair it. Yeah. So he's trying to gain even more power. So he's like drawing these beings in that have the Darkhold because they're powerful enough to possess this book or get a hold of it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So
not to mention we did see two different variants of Strange. Strange Supreme, obviously, and also Zombie Strange.
Yeah.
So I think the one that has the all-seeing eye in the middle of his forehead is going to be the villain.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he could be like the main villain for like first half of the movie, and then once Wanda gets to her breaking point, then that's when he's gonna say, "Okay, it's my turn to become the baddie," and all that stuff.
Well, I think at some point in time we'll have a fight between Supreme Strange and Wanda.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to end up being Wanda, Strange, Chavez, Wong. Like.
Yeah, and then
there's one other person, like probably in there as well, against Supreme Strange.
Yeah.
For the final fight.
Because you're gonna have to have lots of people there to fight him. Maybe that version of Mordo if he doesn't die.
Yeah, maybe, or like the Illuminati Mordo.
Yeah.
Or
that's what I meant. Illuminati.
Well, it depends.
Mordo.
Yeah. Illuminati Mordo if he lives. If he lives.
If he survives Scarlet Witch's onslaught or whatever. Because I could see her going rogue and killing all the Illuminati members because she's being controlled. So maybe this whole thing that we've gotten in the trailers teeing up her being a villain is actually all misdirection. Maybe that's the misdirection they're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Either way, we're all excited for it. So, we're at least, a few weeks away from it?
What is it, May 23rd? Oh, is that when it comes out?
May 6th.
No, May 6th.
Yeah,
May
so
6th.
We've got like less than
a month. We are about 2 weeks away, tops.
2 or 3?
2.
So
2,
from Friday,
3.
It's 3 weeks.
3.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Okay, fair enough.
Because we're about to be on the 15th.
Yeah, I already have my tickets for the Thursday night.
Thursday night, nice.
I got them the first day that they were available.
Yeah, a cousin of mine has tickets for Saturday.
I need to figure out ticket situation.
Get on it. Well, I have 2 if you want to come with me, but you'd have to be free at the time. I'd have to check what they are, but I got 2 just in case.
I mean, I can just ask the day off.
Yeah, exactly. You have enough time to do it now, so yeah, let's do that. Because I literally got tickets for 3 p.m. the earliest I could on the first day on that Thursday. Because I was like, I'm going immediately.
We're going to that movie.
Yeah, pretty much. I think, it could be interesting. Either way they misdirect us, whether Strange is actually the guy pulling the strings, or if it's Wanda, or they could give us Mephisto.
Yeah, why not?
I could see her being, controlled by Mephisto, trying to get her kids and following that storyline from the comics.
So I actually read an article that it says that it's actually Nightmare.
It could be that too, yeah.
And that potentially, like, it kind of makes sense if it's Nightmare, but like, what if this Strange is Nightmare? So it's Nightmare Strange.
Yeah, I could see it. I think we also got the same sort of vibes from, Mephisto almost being, or Strange almost becoming Mephisto in the What If series, where he had that devilish appearance. And so it's not outside the realm of possibilities at all.
No.
That could easily happen. So, however they do it, I think is going to be great. I actually really like the point you brought up about, it could be the misdirect either way. And that, Wanda could be getting controlled. You know, she's a very powerful individual, but she doesn't necessarily have the strongest mind. She is super hard on herself, beats herself up all the time.
She's super hard on herself. She misses her kids. Like, that's like her driving force is that she wants her kids back.
Easy access. Like,
that's a real easy way to manipulate somebody really strong.
Yeah.
And she did hear one of her child say, "Mom, help. Where are you?"
Yeah.
So.
And that was originally when Doctor Strange was supposed to show up back in WandaVision, but he never did because of the filming stuff with COVID. So that, you know, not that sequence of him actually showing up or saying something would have made a big difference in what we know right now, but you got to take that into account. So.
Yep.
Interesting.
Either way, we'll see what happens. We could all be wrong about this. It could be just the ultimate, you know, whatever.
Professor X is the real villain.
There you go. You heard it here, folks.
It's not him. Anyways, yeah, I think that's about all we got for this week's episode. Thank you guys for chilling with us, chatting about all this stuff. Leave us a like. Let us know your thoughts about WandaVision and the Multiverse of Madness, what we're going to get for a villain. Let us know how you feel about Mr. Flashy, who's
Flashy, really?
I don't know what to call him, man. He's a nutcase right now.
The Flasher.
the Flasher, yeah. Public Flasher.
The Reverse Flash.
The Reverse Flash.
Or is he the Choker?
The Choker. They need to make a new DC villain and name him the Choker, and then just make his likeness after Ezra Miller. Not to shade him or anything, just to do it.
No. Just the dude's a normal dude, and he just walks around town choking people.
That's
not even to the point that like they like pass out and die. It's like a
thing
a wet fish choke.
Oh no. Yeah. Let us know how you feel about the wet fish and
the wet fish
Aqualad.
Handshake. I hate those.
And Shamu. Let us know if you want to see Aqualad save Shamu, and
a variant of Shamu.
Or a variant of Shamu, or both. You never know.
Yeah.
What if the opening scene is a recreation of Free Willy's ending scene?
Oh
no!
Him standing on the beach, going, "Bye, Willy."
Yep.
That'd be hilarious.
Please tell me you at least saw the movie.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've seen Free Willy.
Good. I was about to say.
Oh, if I hadn't seen that, I'd hate myself. I'd have to go watch it immediately. Yeah, but that's all we got here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week with another episode. Go check out all the other stuff we're doing this week.
Yeah.
And next
Please
week.
subscribe as well, guys. It will help us a lot.
Actually, don't do that. You don't want to do it.
Oh, shit. Okay, then.
Anyways,
don't subscribe to this YouTube channel.
Yeah, don't do it. It's reverse psychology, guys. We're going to get them. Anyways, we'll see you next week.
Don't join the Discord as well.
Don't join the Discord. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.